Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. Today I'm here with this Dodge Ram 1500. We're going to do shocks all the way around. I'll take you through step by step, show you how to do it so you don't have to pay anybody. This is going to be a pretty easy job, so don't waste money, all right? So please like, share, at least put a comment below helping me out with this algorithm, and let's get into it. Step 1, jack up the vehicle and take all 4 tires off. We picked Monroe shocks for this vehicle. The front is 34800, 34800, and they look like this. Come with new bushings and hardware. Then the rears are 34795, and then those look like this. These are for the back. The top of this has a flat spot on the shock. I haven't found a wrench that holds it good, so I use some vice grips. Then we need a 19 mil for the nut. So then we hold one and turn the nut, and it will obviously take the nut off, and then at some point you'll have to remove it. Otherwise, this just spins the whole shock. Now you could try to grab it down here and use an impact up there. That might work. But regardless, you need a 19 mil and something to hold the top or hold the shaft. This is going in the garbage anyway, so if you have an open shaft style, grab that bitch with vice grips and then impact the top. It doesn't really matter. Just get it off. You're going to take a 13 millimeter. You're going to remove these 2 bolts here and then slide the shock out through this hole that's in the control arm. This is the old crusty one, the red one. This is the new yellow one. This bushing's all cracked up down here. All fresh here, but now we need to make these match, right? So just go like this. The kit comes with 2 washers and 2 bushings. So the bushings, see that lip there? That lip's what goes in the hole in the shock tower. So we're going to start here. We're going to have this cup up like that. We're going to have this nice smooth dimple here go up because it's going to go into the control arm or shock tower, whatever the heck that thing's called. And then it'll be the opposite on the other side. See, there's that one. So these 2 should line up and go into the hole in the sheet metal. And then we'll put this like this and then put the nut. So let's slide this up there and then put these 2 bolts back into the bottom of the control arm. Put these 2 back in. You need to make sure the top piece goes through the hole, obviously. Put these in. Tighten them down by hand. You don't want them too tight. I don't really use torque specs. If you want to look it up, go ahead. But I did it to what I would think would be roughly 30-35 foot-pounds, roughly. Somewhere in that general area. But you know, when it's tight, it's tight. Don't try to snap the bolt, that's all. So I have to put in the bushing in the washer. Look, there's no meat. So I lowered it to the ground. Back tires are touching the ground. And we're going to jack up the control arm until there's thread sticking out. And then we're going to tighten it down. Tighten this down. Just make sure that it's not rotating a whole bunch down here. If it is, you have to hold it up here. There's no real way to hold the bottom, so we're going to have to hold it here. Once it bottoms out and everything feels nice and tight, the shock's not wiggling or anything, then that's all there is to it. You should have a bulge on this. It shouldn't look flat like this. It should be bulged out, and then you know it's all compressed. There it is, all nice and tight. To remove the shock, we have to remove the inner lining because the top bolt comes out this way for some odd reason. I don't know, engineers crazy. So go around with an 8 millimeter, remove all of these screws, and then we have one there and one there. And then you sort of push in and rotate down and it comes out like here. So you push in here and then rotate it and it'll just sort of slide out. support the axle. You don't want to lift it. Just put enough pressure on it so that there is no pressure on the shock. So you just want to lift it till this thing wiggles up like 1 millimeter, and then leave it. And then now we can get to loosening the bolts there and there, because otherwise the axle will pull on it and you'll have a hard time getting the bolts out. You're going to use two 21 millimeter tools. I use a wrench and a socket. You're going to remove this bolt. See that wrench in the back? That's a 22 millimeter. It's one of them offset wrenches. So that allowed it to get inside there. And then that's a 21 mil right here. So you're just going to hold the 22 mil nut in the back and then spin out the 21 right here. And the shock will just fall out once you pull the bolt out. Slide the new shock in. Put the bolt through by hand and just put them in hand tight right now. Then we're gonna start with the top one, get that one all torqued down. Remember, you need to have an offset tool or a socket or something. This gas tank's in the way, so I can't even do it the way I did it on the other side, because on the other side I went up this way, but they both have access up in this way, so it's fine. We're all done. I washed off this thing so I don't get any more dust in my mouth. And now we're gonna put it back. So you're just gonna put it back the opposite way. You're gonna sort of fish it in this way and get it underneath all of these, and then put the bolts back in. Hopefully this video helped you save a bunch of money and let you do it yourself. Come back, subscribe, check out all my other videos. Till next time, wrench on.